What kind of customers do you want? I want a Tesla driving, Lululemon wearing, Peloton riding, Starbucks drinking, Mac using customer. I do. How? How do you get them? Not by running discounts. These customers care less about price. They care more about finding an emotional affirmation, a compelling experience that makes them feel better about themselves, which creates an emotional connection with your brand. Is that what we're focusing on? So, I didn't share this yesterday, the actual definition of making price irrelevant. Making price irrelevant doesn't mean you can double your prices or increase them 20% and not lose existing or potential customers. This is what making price irrelevant mean. Based on the experience your brand consistently delivers at every touch point, not dependent on one person. Your customers have no idea what your competition charges. Think about that. We're all price sensitive. But each of us as consumers and as business professionals have a select few that we are so loyal to because the emotional connection, the peace of mind, the trust, the relationship that we don't know if someone's cheaper or higher or we're not asking for referrals. Every day, every week, I get reports and studies about how the better experience, 86% of customers are willing to pay more, and they're all out there. I don't need to read studies and reports. I believe what I see. These companies are making price irrelevant by the signature experience they constantly make. Now, here's one of the most important things that if you haven't done yet, you need to do on the flight back. Right now, while you're sitting here, your customer service reps, frontline employees, customer-facing employees, mine, are getting asked a question: how much do you charge for X? And your employees are answering. And then they will hear this several times a day: whoa, I can get that somewhere else for less. And it's what they say next that is a critical factor. And too often, too many businesses and their employees start shrinking and say, oh, but we'll throw in and give you this. No. I love when someone asks me about price. And this is what you have to articulate. When someone asks you about price, be it a haircut at the salon, speaking, consulting, whatever the business model is, and then they tell me they can get it cheaper, I, and hopefully my team members, will focus and explain and articulate, and after we're done, you will realize the cheaper you go, the more it'll cost you. And what we want you to say is, whoa, I can't afford to go elsewhere. And that's what we have to do. Uncommoditize what we do. Because we've all done it. We've all chose the cheaper product, service, and then the next 2 weeks, 2 months, we're trying to get them back out to repair it, fix it, on hold for hours. We've all been there. Oftentimes, the cheaper we go, the more it costs. So, but if I called 100 of your employees, or 10 of your employees, and said that to them, how many different answers would I get? How many would you cringe? Maybe all 10. And it's not your employee's fault. That has to be a mandatory part of their training to articulate, because they don't know how to articulate it. And sometimes employees are apologetic for what they charge. Starbucks back in the day, when we worked with them, their employees were apologetic about, charging someone $5 for a cup of coffee. Why? Because that was 50% of an hour's worth of work. Imagine that. So they had to change their mindset. They weren't selling, a cup of coffee. They were selling experience. They were selling a living room where you could hang out, connect, read a book, conduct an interview, all those things.